Welcome to this journey of peaceful philosophy, a calming space where deep thoughts gently unfold, inviting your mind to relax and your spirit to find rest. Over the next 3 hours, we'll explore timeless ideas about life, existence, and the quiet wisdom that lies within stillness and presence. There is no need to rush or solve anything here. Simply allow these reflections to wash over you like a soft breeze, easing the day's worries and quieting the restless mind. Let your body sink comfortably into your bed, your breath slow and steady, as we move through each gentle meditation. On life's mysteries, embrace the calm that comes with accepting impermanence, the grace found in patience, and the freedom of letting go. This is your time, a tranquil space where philosophy meets peace, and where every thought is an invitation to drift deeper into restful, restorative sleep. So close your eyes if you wish, breathe deeply, and let the journey begin. ******1. The nature of being, simply existing in the stillness of this moment. Let us gently explore the nature of being, simply existing without effort, without striving. Being is the foundation of all experience, the silent presence underlying every thought, every sensation, every breath. It is not something to be achieved or grasped. Rather, it is the quiet reality that always is, waiting patiently beneath the surface of our busy minds. As you breathe slowly and deeply, feel yourself soften into this pure state of existence. Let go of the need to judge or define yourself. Instead, rest in the gentle awareness that you are here, now. Simply present. Notice how this presence creates a peaceful space inside UA.com, welcoming refuge from the noise of daily life. You don't have to do anything or become anyone different. You are whole and complete, just as you are. Simply by being, allow your breath to guide you deeper into this state of gentle being. With each inhale, feel a quiet energy filling your body. With each exhale, release any tension, any striving, or worries. Being is like a still lake, reflecting the sky clearly without disturbance. When you rest in this stillness, your mind naturally slows. Your body relaxes, and a profound sense of calm settles within. As you prepare for sleep, carry this understanding with you. There is nothing to fix or change. You can simply exist peacefully, softly, and deeply too. The art of letting go. Letting go is a graceful art, tender practice of releasing what weighs us down without resistance or force. It is not about pushing away or forgetting. Rather, it is about gently opening your hands to allow tension, worry, and burden to drift away naturally. Imagine holding a handful of sand. The tighter your grip, the more the grains slip through your fingers. But if you relax your hand and open it slowly, the sand settles gently and securely. Many of our worries and restless thoughts are like that sand, fragile and fleeting. By learning to let go, we create space within ourselves for peace and clarity to emerge. As you breathe deeply now, invite yourself to release the tension of the day. Feel your muscles soften and your mind lighten with each exhale. Letting go is not a sign of weakness. It is an act of courage and trust. It means surrendering to the flow of life and accepting what is, without clinging or struggling. As you prepare to drift into sleep, practice this gentle surrender. Release expectations, judgments, and the need to control. Feel the freedom and calm that comes with letting go. This soft release invites deep rest, allowing your whole being to renew and heal effortlessly through the night. 3. Finding stillness. In movement, life is a continuous dance of movement and stillness, each weaving through the other in a harmonious balance. Even as the body moves and the mind thinks, there is a stillness at the core, quiet center that holds steady amidst change. As you breathe in and out, notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest, a subtle motion that carries you through each moment. Within this movement, there exists a quiet space, the pause between each breath, the silence between heartbeats. Finding stillness in movement means embracing the flow of life without resistance. It is recognizing the calm beneath the surface of activity, the soft resting place that remains when all else shifts and changes. Now, as you prepare for sleep, allow yourself to move gently toward stillness. Feel your muscles relax, your thoughts slow, and your awareness settle softly. Let the rhythm of your breath guide you like a gentle tide, pulling you toward rest. In this delicate balance between motion and calm, you find profound peace. Your awareness flows smoothly between moments of movement and moments of rest, until the embrace of sleep carries you away softly. Remember, you don't have to stop moving to find peace. Sometimes, peace is found precisely within the gentle movement itself. Steady and soothing. 4. The quiet power of silence. Silence is often misunderstood as emptiness, but in truth, it is rich with possibility and healing. It offers a sacred space where the mind can rest and the soul can breathe deeply in silence. The relentless chatter of thoughts softens, creating room for clarity, calm, and renewal. It is in this quiet space that we find connection to ourselves and to the world beyond. Words as you settle into the gentle embrace of silence. Notice the slow, steady rhythm of your breath. Feel the pauses between inhales and exhales, those sacred gaps where silence dwells. Filled with potential, silence invites you to listen, not only to the sounds around you, but also to the subtle whispers of your inner being. It is a patient and gentle companion guiding you toward peaceful rest as you prepare for sleep. Welcome silence with open arms. Allow it to fill your mind and heart, washing away tension, worry, and noise. Within this quiet power lies the doorway to deep, restorative sleep. Let yourself drift gently, carried by the soft wings of silence into the calm of night. 5. Embracing impermanence. Impermanence is the natural rhythm of life, constant flow of change that shapes everything around and within us. Though this truth can feel unsettling, it also carries profound freedom and peace. Nothing remains the same forever. Moments, feelings, experiences, even our very selves, are in continual transformation. By embracing this, we open to life as it is, rather than clinging to what we wish it to be. Picture leaves falling softly from a tree, drifting gracefully to the earth. They do not resist their journey. They move in harmony with the natural flow. As you breathe slowly, invite yourself to accept impermanence with gentle kindness. Release the need to hold tightly to the past or fear the unknown future. This acceptance is a gift you offer to yourself, a softening of the heart that opens space for rest and renewal. Let the understanding of impermanence wash over you now. As you prepare to fall asleep, allow yourself to flow freely with the changing currents of life, carried gently toward peaceful dreams and deep rest. 6. The flow of time, past, present, future. Time is like a river that flows endlessly, carrying moments from the past into the present, and then onward into the future. Yet, the only moment that truly belongs to us is this one, the present. As you breathe slowly and deeply, bring your awareness gently to this very moment. Notice the subtle sensations of your body, the quiet rhythm of your breath. Here and now, there is no need to rush or worry. The past may linger like fading echoes, memories that rise and fall like distant waves. The future can seem like a horizon just out of reach, filled with hopes and uncertainties. But the present moment is a peaceful island amid this flowing river. Allow yourself to rest here, fully and softly. Feel time slowing as your mind releases the weight of what was and what might be. Imagine floating on a calm river, carried effortlessly by the current. There is no need to resist or control the flow. Simply trust where it takes you. This awareness of the present moment invites a deep calm. inviting restful sleep to come naturally. As your breath continues its steady dance, let yourself drift gently into the peaceful embrace of now, leaving behind the concerns of past and future. 7. What is consciousness? Consciousness is a profound mystery, the light of awareness that shines within you, quietly observing thoughts, feelings, and sensations. It is the silent witness to your entire experience. Imagine a clear, still lake reflecting the sky above. Your consciousness is like that surface, open, vast, and calm. No matter what storms arise on the surface, the depth remains undisturbed. As you breathe slowly, allow yourself to rest in this gentle awareness. Notice how you can watch your thoughts as if they were clouds passing by without needing to hold onto any of them. There is no need to analyze or solve the mystery right now. Simply be present with this calm, observing presence that is always with you. This awareness offers a peaceful refuge, a place where your mind can settle and your senses infuse. Your body can relax deeply. As you prepare for sleep, let this quiet light of consciousness guide you softly into rest. Feel it gently expanding, carrying you closer to peaceful dreams and restorative slumber. 8. The beauty of simplicity. Simplicity is a gentle grace, the art of letting go of excess, of clutter, and finding beauty in what remains. It is a quiet refuge for the mind and heart. Picture a single leaf floating on a still pond. Its elegance is not in complexity, but in its effortless presence. As you breathe deeply and calmly, invite simplicity into your thoughts. Release complicated worries and busy mental noise. Feel your breath become smooth and even, like a quiet stream flowing gently through a peaceful forest. Simplicity offers a sacred space, a soft place where your mind can rest and your heart can soften. In this simplicity, there is clarity and calm. It is a return to what truly matters, the gentle rhythm of your breath, the warmth of your body, the quietness of your mind. Allow this gentle simplicity to guide you into a deep, restful sleep, where your whole being is wrapped in calm and ease. 9. The paradox of freedom. Freedom is often seen as boundless and limitless. Yet true freedom frequently arises from acceptance and understanding of boundaries. Imagine a bird soaring high in the sky. Its flight is free, yet it moves within the invisible contours of the air and wind that shape its path. As you breathe slowly, reflect on how freedom and limits exist together, creating balance and harmony. This paradox invites you to relax into your own freedom, free from pressure, free to be exactly as you are in this moment. Accepting boundaries does not restrict freedom. It defines and supports it. Like a river flowing within its banks, your freedom flows best when held with gentle guidance. Let this calm acceptance carry you gently toward sleep, where freedom is felt as peace and wholeness. 10. The harmony of opposites. Life is woven from pairs of opposites, light and darkness, joy and sorrow, movement and stillness. These contrasts are not enemies, but partners, creating balance and harmony. As you breathe in, sense the unity of these opposites within yourself. Accept the full spectrum of your experience without judgment. Rest your awareness in this gentle harmony, allowing tension and resistance to soften and melt away. This peaceful balance opens the way to deep, restorative sleep, where all opposites blend seamlessly into calm, in the quiet harmony of your breath and mind. Find a soft refuge from the world, a gentle place to rest and renew. 11. The gentle rhythm of breath. Breath is the quiet rhythm that connects your body and mind in every moment. It is the steady tide that carries you through life's changes. Always present, always gentle. As you settle into a comfortable position, bring your attention softly to your breathing. Notice how the air moves in and out, how your chest rises and falls with ease. There is no need to change it. Simply observe its natural flow. breath holds a peaceful power. With each inhale, fresh energy enters your body, filling you with calm and clarity. With each exhale, tension and worry gently dissolve and release. This rhythm is like the ocean's waves, constant, soothing, and unending. It invites you to relax deeper, to slow down, and to trust in the natural ebb and flow of life. As your breath becomes slower and softer, your body begins to unwind. Muscles soften, thoughts become lighter, and a deep sense of peace grows within. Let the gentle rhythm of breath guide you toward restful sleep. Imagine yourself floating on a calm sea, rocked by the steady waves of your breathing. There is no rush, no pressure. Just this moment, this breath, this peaceful rhythm carrying you gently toward rest and renewal. 12. The path to contentment. Contentment is a quiet garden within a place where peace blooms naturally, free from struggle or striving. It is not about having everything, but about appreciating what is here. Now, as you breathe deeply, invite yourself to rest in this feeling of gentle satisfaction. Let go of the desire for more, and simply notice the small blessings around you. Warmth of your body, the softness of your bed, the calmness of your mind. Contentment grows when we stop resisting life and start embracing it with kindness. It asks us to accept our experiences fully, even the imperfect ones. Without judgment, imagine a still pond reflecting the sky clearly without disturbance. This is the peaceful space of contentment. As you prepare for sleep, allow this feeling to fill you gently. Release the tension of unmet desires and worries about the future. Feel the softness of contentment spreading through your body, soothing and calming every part of you. This path leads to rest, to renewal, and to a deep, restorative sleep, where your heart can find true peace. 13. The mirror of self-reflection. Self-reflection is like looking into a clear mirror, not to judge or criticize, but to see yourself with kindness and understanding. It is an opportunity to learn and grow with gentle curiosity. As you breathe slowly, imagine yourself standing before this mirror. Notice your thoughts and feelings as they arise without pushing them away or holding on to them. Reflection is a quiet dance of awareness, watching your inner world with openness and compassion. It invites you to notice patterns, habits, and beliefs without harshness or blame. In this stillness, you find the freedom to accept yourself just as you are. With all your strengths and imperfections, allow this kind and gentle awareness to soften your mind and heart as you prepare for sleep. Rest in the calm clarity that self-reflection brings, knowing that each day is a new chance to learn, to heal, and to grow. This peaceful understanding will guide you softly into a restful night, wrapped in compassion and acceptance. 14. Embracing uncertainty. Uncertainty is a natural part of life, a wide-open space filled with both mystery and possibility. Though it can feel uncomfortable, learning to embrace uncertainty invites freedom and peace. As you breathe deeply, invite yourself to rest in the unknown without fear. Imagine floating gently in a vast sky, free from needing to control or predict. What comes next, embracing uncertainty, is like opening your hands wide, allowing life to unfold as it will, without resistance or grasping. It is a surrender that brings calm and clarity. Notice how your mind tries to create certainty, to plan and fix outcomes. Now, gently remind yourself that it's okay not to know, to simply be present with what is. This acceptance of the unknown creates space for rest and renewal. It softens tension and invites peaceful surrender as you prepare to sleep. Let uncertainty be your gentle guide, carrying you softly into the quiet and calm of night. 15. The lightness of being. There is a lightness in simply allowing yourself to be free from burden, free from expectation. This lightness is a soft breeze that lifts your spirit and soothes your mind. As you breathe slowly and deeply, imagine this gentle lightness spreading through your body. Feel your muscles release, your thoughts soften, and your heart open. Lightness is not about escaping reality, but about meeting life with grace and ease. It is the feeling of floating effortlessly, untethered from worry and tension. Allow yourself to drift into this state now, carried by the soft breath and the gentle rhythm of your body. As sleep approaches, this lightness will cradle you, offering rest and renewal. You can let go completely, knowing you are safe and supported. In this calm lightness, find peace, soft, deep, and healing, ready to guide you into a restful night's sleep. The quiet strength of patience. Patience is a quiet strength that allows us to move gently through life's challenges without resistance or frustration. It is a steady calm that waits peacefully, trusting in the natural unfolding of events. As you breathe deeply, invite patience into your mind and body. Feel the softening of tension as you let go of urgency and hurry. Patience is not passive waiting. It is an active presence of calm acceptance, like a river flowing slowly yet surely toward the sea. Patience carries you through each moment with grace. Notice how rushing often brings stress, while patience invites ease and clarity. When you are patient with yourself, you create space for healing and growth. As you prepare for sleep, allow patience to settle within you. Let it soften your thoughts and quiet your mind. Feel the deep comfort that comes from knowing some things cannot be rushed. And that rest is part of the natural rhythm of life. This quiet strength will guide you gently into restful sleep, nurturing your whole being. 17. The depth of compassion. Compassion is a gentle light that softens the heart and opens us to kindness for others and ourselves. It is the warm embrace that offers understanding without judgment. As you breathe slowly, invite compassion to flow through your mind and body. Picture a soft, glowing light expanding from your heart, spreading warmth and calm. Compassion allows you to accept imperfections and suffering with tenderness. It reminds us that everyone, including ourselves, deserves care and gentleness. When you cultivate compassion, your mind becomes quieter and your heart more peaceful. This softness invites healing and rest. As you prepare to sleep, let compassion cradle you like a comforting blanket. Allow it to dissolve tension and fear, replacing them with gentle acceptance. In this peaceful space, you are safe to relax deeply and renew through sleep. 18. The wisdom of simplicity. Simplicity is a quiet wisdom that reminds us to focus on what truly matters. It is the art of clearing away distractions to find calm and clarity as you breathe calmly. Imagine yourself in a quiet room, free from clutter. Notice how the simplicity brings a sense of peace and ease. Simplicity asks us to let go of unnecessary complexity, whether in thoughts, possessions, or worries, and return to the essentials. This gentle wisdom invites your mind to slow and your heart to open. It creates space for rest and renewal. As you prepare for sleep, embrace this simplicity. Release the noise and busyness of the day, and allow calm to fill the quiet spaces within. This peaceful clarity will carry you softly into a deep and restorative sleep. 19. The dance of balance. Balance is a delicate dance between opposites, work and rest, effort and ease, activity and stillness. It is the harmony that sustains well-being and peace. As you breathe deeply, feel the balance within your own body and mind. Notice how tension can soften when met with calm awareness. Balance invites us to honor both movement and stillness. Recognizing that each has its time and place, allow yourself to find this harmony now. Letting your breath flow evenly, your muscles relax, and your thoughts settle in this balanced state. Your whole being can rest and renew naturally. As you prepare for sleep, let balance be your gentle guide, carrying you into a peaceful night of restoration. 20. The gift of presence. Presence is the precious gift of being fully here, right now, with gentle awareness and acceptance. It is the doorway to peace and rest as you breathe slowly and deeply. Bring your attention softly to this moment. Notice the sensations of your body, the flow of your breath, the quiet of your mind. Presence invites you to let go of distractions and worries. Resting fully in what is, when you are truly present, the mind slows and the heart softens. You find a calm refuge within yourself as you prepare for sleep. Allow presence to settle within you like a gentle wave. Let this awareness carry you softly into deep, restorative rest where renewal and peace unfold naturally. 1. The stillness. Beyond thought, beyond the endless stream of thoughts, lies a vast stillness, a silent space where the mind can rest completely. This stillness is always present, waiting patiently beneath the noise of mental chatter. As you breathe deeply and slowly, begin to notice the gaps between your thoughts. These pauses are like quiet islands in a flowing river, moments of calm. Amidst movement, allow yourself to rest in this stillness without trying to hold on to it or push it away. Simply be aware of the space that exists beyond thinking. In this calm silence, the mind softens, tension fades, and a deep sense of peace arises naturally as you prepare for sleep. Let this stillness grow, carrying you gently into the quiet and restful embrace of night. This space beyond thought is always available to you, an endless refuge of calm and clarity. 2. The power of acceptance. Acceptance is a gentle power that brings freedom by releasing resistance to what is. It is the soft surrender that allows peace to enter even difficult moments. As you breathe slowly, invite acceptance into your mind and body. Let go of the urge to fight or change things you cannot control. Acceptance does not mean giving up. It means making space for reality as it is, without judgment or struggle. Imagine yourself flowing with a gentle stream, moving smoothly around obstacles instead of pushing against them. This soft acceptance opens the heart and quiets the mind, creating a peaceful foundation for restful sleep. As you prepare to drift into slumber, carry this power of acceptance with you, trusting in the natural flow of life. 3. The mystery of existence. Existence itself is a profound mystery, a question without an answer, inviting endless curiosity and wonder. It is the simple fact of being here, now, alive and aware. As you breathe deeply, allow yourself to rest in this mystery without needing to solve or understand it. Imagine a vast night sky filled with stars, each one shining with silent mystery. Like the stars, your existence holds quiet wonder and infinite possibility. This openness invites calm and curiosity to coexist, softening the mind and soothing the heart as you prepare for sleep. Let this gentle awe carry you into peaceful dreams and deep rest. There is beauty in mystery and peace in the simple fact of being. 4. The calm within chaos. Even amid chaos and uncertainty, there is a calm center, steady point of peace that remains untouched by storms around it. As you breathe slowly and deeply, imagine a calm lake, reflecting the sky undisturbed by the winds and waves. This calm within chaos is your true nature, a place of quiet strength and resilience. When the world feels overwhelming, you can return to this inner sanctuary, resting in the steady rhythm of your breath. Let this calmness grow as you prepare for sleep, carrying you gently beyond worry and tension into restful peace. In this quiet sanctuary, you are safe, supported, and deeply at ease. 5. The journey inward. Life is not only an outward adventure, but also a journey inward, a path toward self-discovery, peace, and wisdom. As you breathe deeply, begin to turn your attention inward. Notice the sensations, thoughts, and feelings that arise without judgment. This inward journey is gentle and gradual. Like descending softly into a quiet cave of calm, each step inward brings deeper understanding and greater peace. As you prepare for sleep, let this journey continue naturally, guiding you toward restful renewal. Within you lies an endless source of calm and light, always available whenever you seek it. "26. The simplicity of now, the present moment holds a profound simplicity. It is the quiet point where all time converges, past, future, and now. When you rest fully in the now, complexity fades, and peace gently rises as you breathe in slowly. Bring your awareness to the sensations of your body, the gentle rhythm of your breath. Notice the subtle sounds and the stillness around you. This is the simplicity of now, a space free from distraction. In this moment, there is no need to rush or change anything. You don't need to solve problems or make decisions. You only need to be here, fully and gently. Let the simplicity of now wash over your mind, releasing busy thoughts and scattered worries. Imagine a quiet lake, its surface calm and smooth, reflecting the sky without disturbance as you prepare for sleep. Allow this simplicity to deepen. Feel yourself becoming lighter and softer as you settle into the peaceful rhythm of the present moment. In this gentle simplicity, your body relaxes, your mind quiets, and a natural restfulness arises. This is where true rest begins. Rest in the simplicity of now. Let it carry you softly into sleep, where your whole being can renew with ease and grace. 27. The wisdom of silence. Silence holds a deep wisdom that words cannot capture. It is a sacred space where understanding grows, and the heart can listen as you breathe slowly. Invite the silence around and within you to deepen. Notice how this quietness feels, perhaps soft, vast, or still. Silence is not emptiness, but fullness. It allows your mind to rest and your soul to breathe freely. Within this silence, you can sense the natural order of things, the gentle unfolding of life's rhythms, and the calm beneath all activity. As you prepare for sleep, embrace this wisdom of silence. Let it fill the spaces inside you, washing away tension and mental noise. In the quiet, you find clarity and peace, a gentle presence that supports deep rest and renewal. Allow yourself to drift gently on this sea of silence, carried into the calm embrace of sleep. 28. The flow of acceptance. Acceptance is a flowing river that moves smoothly around obstacles rather than fighting them. As you breathe calmly, imagine yourself as this river, flexible and steady, adjusting naturally to life's changes. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means choosing peace over struggle. Feel your body soften and your mind release resistance. Notice how things feel lighter when you let go of trying to control every outcome. As you prepare for sleep, allow acceptance to guide you. Let it soften any tension or worry you hold. This flowing acceptance creates space for rest, healing, and gentle renewal. Rest now in this peaceful flow, letting it carry you softly toward deep and restorative sleep. 29. The balance of opposites. Life moves through opposites, light and dark, action and rest, strength and softness. As you breathe deeply, bring your awareness to this dance of contrasts. Within you, notice how each quality supports the other, creating harmony and balance. Feel your mind soften as you accept both movement and stillness, both doing and being. As you prepare for sleep, embrace this balance. Allow it to calm your thoughts and ease your body. In this harmonious space, you find deep peace and restful renewal. Let this gentle balance carry you into the quiet calm of sleep. 30. The calm of detachment. Detachment is the gentle art of observing life without clinging or resisting as you breathe slowly. Practice watching your thoughts and feelings with kindness, but without attachment. Imagine yourself like a leaf floating on a stream, aware but free from being carried away by every current. Detachment invites freedom from stress and worry, opening the door to calm and rest. As you prepare for sleep, let detachment soften your mind. Release the grip on thoughts that disturb your peace. Rest now in this calm space. Carry gently into deep and renewing sleep. Asterisk. 31. The illusion of control. From early in life, we are taught to plan, to strategize, to anticipate outcomes. We believe that if we think enough, work hard enough, and arrange our lives carefully, we can direct the flow of events. But the truth is, much of life unfolds beyond our control. The weather changes unexpectedly. People act in ways we could never predict. Entire chains of events occur because of random chance. This realization can be frightening until we look at it differently. If control is largely an illusion, then our failures are not evidence of personal inadequacy, but a natural part of existence. If we cannot control the world, we can focus on what we can guide: our responses, our thoughts, our values. By letting go of the impossible task of controlling every outcome, we make space for calm acceptance. Life, in this sense, is like a river. We can fight against its currents endlessly, exhausting ourselves, or we can learn to navigate with them adjusting our sails, steering lightly, and allowing the flow to carry us forward. The paradox is that by releasing the need for control, we gain a deeper sense of peace, and sometimes more influence over our direction than we ever had when we were struggling to control it all. 32. The eternal present moment. We live in a constant flow of time, but our experience is always happening in a single point. Now, the past exists only as memory, fragile and imperfect, reconstructed in our minds. The future is imagination, a mental projection of what might be, not what is. Yet, we spend much of our mental energy in those two non-existent realms, regretting or replaying the past, worrying or anticipating the future. Meanwhile, the present moment, the only real moment, slips by unnoticed. To truly live, we must learn to anchor ourselves here. This is the essence of mindfulness, an abstract ideal, but a practice of noticing. Notice your breathing. Notice the texture of the air against your skin. Notice the soundscape around you, the weight of your body where you sit or lie. Life's richness is not hidden in the abstract concepts of what was or what will be. It's here, in this unfolding moment, always available, always fresh. When you shift your attention from the illusions of time to the presence of now, even the simplest things, warm sunlight, the taste of water, the sound of wind, become profound. The eternal present moment is not just a place of peace. It's the only place where life truly happens. 3. The interconnected web of all beings. When you drink a cup of tea, you are holding the work of countless lives. The tea leaves grew under sunlight, nourished by rain clouds that traveled thousands of miles. Farmers cultivated the plants, harvested them, dried them, packaged them. The water in your cup fell as rain perhaps decades ago, filtered through soil and stone, traveling rivers and pipes. Even the cup itself has a lineage shaped from clay mined from the earth, fired in kilns, glazed by human hands. In this way, nothing exists in isolation. Every moment is built upon an intricate web of connections spanning the entire planet, and indeed, the cosmos. You are breathing air exhaled by trees, mixed with the breath of people you will never meet. This realization can dissolve the illusion of separateness. The boundaries between you and everything else become porous. If everything is connected, Kindness is not just morality, it's practicality. To harm another is, in a sense, to harm yourself, for the web is one. And to care for another is to strengthen the very fabric you are part of. The more deeply you see the web, the less lonely life feels, and the more reverence you have for even the smallest part of existence. 34. The beauty of impermanence. We often cling to the idea that beauty lies in permanence, that love should last forever, that moments should remain unchanged. But in truth, it is impermanence that gives life its bittersweet depth. Cherry blossoms are cherished precisely because they bloom for only a short time. Sunsets are magical because they fade into night. People grow, change, and eventually pass away. It is this fragility that makes our moments with them precious. Impermanence is not loss. It is the condition for meaning. If nothing ever changed, we would stop noticing. The sweetness of a ripe fruit comes from the knowledge that it will soon spoil. The warmth of a hug is felt more deeply because it cannot last forever. To accept impermanence is to stop clinging and start savoring. Instead of fearing the end of a moment, we can immerse ourselves in it fully, knowing that its fleeting nature is what makes it beautiful. Life is a moving stream, not a frozen lake. The water passes, but it also keeps flowing. This truth can be a source of grief, yes, but also of profound gratitude, teaching us to cherish not only the things we love, but the very fact that they are here at all. 35. The freedom of simplicity. Our modern lives are filled with noise-material possessions, constant notifications, endless options. We often confuse abundance with happiness, thinking that more means better. But often, more means heavier. The more we own, the more we must maintain, worry about, protect. The more options we have, the more we hesitate, doubt, and second-guess. Simplicity is not about deprivation. It's about clarity. It's the art of deciding what truly matters and letting the rest fall away. Imagine a room with only the furniture you use, only the books you love, only the clothes you wear often. The space feels lighter, freer. Your mind reflects that space. Simplicity applies not only to physical objects, but also to our mental and emotional lives. We can simplify our schedules, our commitments, our goals. We can choose not to carry every opinion, every argument, every resentment. The paradox is that by having less, we experience more. The taste of food becomes richer. Time stretches longer. Relationships grow deeper. Simplicity is not an aesthetic choice. It is a path to freedom. In simplicity, we rediscover that life's greatest pleasures, friendship, nature, meaningful work, peace, were never complicated to begin with. (36) The quiet strength of humility. Humility is often misunderstood as weakness, but in truth, it is a form of profound strength. When we approach life with humility, we let go of the need to constantly prove ourselves right or superior. This allows us to learn, adapt, and grow without the heavy burden of ego. Humility opens the door to deeper relationships because it invites trust and mutual respect. Instead of dominating conversations, the humble person listens. Instead of seeking applause, they seek understanding. Ancient philosophers like Lao Tzu and Confucius taught that humility aligns us with the natural flow of life. It prevents us from becoming rigid and bitter when things do not go our way. When we recognize that we are part of a vast and complex universe, our problems shrink in proportion and gratitude takes root. Humility also guards us against arrogance, the silent destroyer of wisdom. A humble mind is a curious mind, willing to admit, "I do not know," and from there, to explore. In a world obsessed with self-promotion, humility is quietly radical. It does not shout or demand attention, but its influence is felt deeply by those who encounter it. To live humbly is to be at peace with oneself, to not require validation from others, and to walk gently through life knowing that every person we meet has something to teach us. Humility is the soil in which true wisdom grows. 3:7. The gentle art of letting go. Letting go is one of the hardest lessons in life, yet it is also one of the most liberating. We often cling to the past, to mistakes, regrets, and old versions of ourselves because they feel familiar. But holding on too tightly to what is gone creates suffering. Letting go does not mean forgetting or pretending that pain never existed. It means acknowledging what has happened, learning from it, and then releasing the grip it has on our present. In Buddhism, the idea of non-attachment teaches us that all things are impermanent. People, emotions, and situations all change, and resisting this truth only deepens our struggle. When we let go, we create space for something new to enter. This can be frightening because the unknown is unpredictable, but it is also where growth and transformation live. Letting go can apply to relationships, to outdated beliefs, or even to our own unrealistic expectations of ourselves. It is an act of courage to say, "This no longer serves me," and to move forward without bitterness. Sometimes we do not realize how heavy something has been until we set it down. In that moment, we can breathe more freely. Letting go is not a single act, but a practice, something we return to again and again as life changes. It is a reminder that we are not defined by what we have lost, but by how we choose to live now. 3:8. Finding beauty in imperfection. In a world that constantly chases perfection, the idea of embracing imperfection feels like a gentle rebellion. The Japanese philosophy of wabi-sabi teaches us to find beauty in things that are incomplete, aged, or flawed. A cracked ceramic bowl repaired with gold, for example, becomes more beautiful because of its history. Imperfection tells a story. It reflects the journey, the wear and tear of living. In our own lives, striving for flawlessness can be exhausting and isolating. We become afraid to make mistakes, to take risks, or to show vulnerability. Yet it is often the imperfect moments that are the most human and the most memorable. The unplanned laugh, the crooked smile, the handwritten note with smudged ink. By accepting imperfection in ourselves and others, we free ourselves from the unrealistic standards that culture often imposes. This acceptance does not mean we stop trying to improve. Rather, it means we value the process as much as the outcome. Perfection is static, but imperfection is alive, evolving, and deeply relatable. When we stop demanding that life be flawless, we open ourselves to a richer and more textured experience. The chipped edges, the uneven lines, the small mistakes. All of these become part of the tapestry that makes something uniquely ours. In the end, beauty is not about symmetry or flawlessness. It is about authenticity. And authenticity lives in imperfection. 3:9. The timeless wisdom of patience. Patience is one of the most underrated virtues in modern life. We live in a world of instant gratification, where waiting feels like an inconvenience rather than an opportunity. But patience is not simply about waiting. It is about how we wait. It is the quiet confidence that things will unfold in their own time without our constant pushing or forcing. Many great changes in nature, the blooming of a flower, the shaping of a mountain, the maturing of a tree, happen slowly, almost imperceptibly. In the same way, the most meaningful changes in our lives often take time to develop. Patience allows us to endure uncertainty without panic, to sit with discomfort without rushing to escape it. Ancient wisdom traditions often link patience with trust, trust in the process, trust in ourselves, and trust in life itself. When we cultivate patience, we become less reactive and more thoughtful in our actions. We are able to listen more deeply, to see situations from different perspectives, and to respond rather than simply react. Patience is not passivity. It is active engagement with the present moment without the desperation for immediate results. Over time, patience becomes a source of strength. It teaches us that we do not need to control everything to live well. And perhaps most importantly, it reminds us that life's most beautiful moments often arrive not when we demand them, but when we are ready to receive them. 40. The peace of mind in simplicity. Simplicity is not about having less. It is about making room for what matters most. In a culture that often measures success by accumulation, more possessions, more commitments, more achievements, simplicity offers an alternative path. It invites us to strip away the unnecessary so that the essential can shine. Simplicity can be found in the way we arrange our living space, in how we spend our time, and in the thoughts we allow to occupy our minds. The ancient Stoics believed that a simple life was a free life, free from the constant pressure of comparison and consumerism. Simplicity also reduces mental clutter. When we are not overwhelmed by too many choices or distractions, we are better able to focus on what truly brings us joy and fulfillment. Choosing simplicity does not mean rejecting all ambition or comfort. It means being intentional about where we place our energy. It is the difference between owning things and being owned by them. In relationships, simplicity often looks like honest communication and shared moments rather than elaborate gestures. In our inner lives, it can mean letting go of overcomplicated worries and focusing on what is within our control. The peace that comes from simplicity is not loud or dramatic. It is a quiet, steady calm. In that calm, we discover that we already have enough, and perhaps we always did. The philosophy of flow, losing yourself in the present. The concept of flow, introduced by psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, describes a state of complete immersion in an activity. In philosophy, flow connects deeply with ideas from Taoism and Zen, which emphasize being fully present without resistance. When we are in flow, time seems to dissolve, self-consciousness fades, and our actions feel effortless yet highly effective. Think of a musician lost in their performance, a painter completely absorbed in each brushstroke, or a runner whose mind synchronizes perfectly with their body's rhythm. Flow reminds us that life's richest moments often come when we stop worrying about outcomes and instead focus entirely on the process. Philosophers like Aristotle saw this as part of achieving eudaimonia, life of flourishing where skill, practice, and passion merge into seamless harmony. Flow also teaches a profound lesson. Control is not about rigidly forcing results, but about aligning ourselves so deeply with the present moment that effort transforms into ease. In this sense, flow is both a mental state and a philosophy of living, one that encourages us to find those activities that absorb us completely and to cultivate them as often as possible. When we live in flow, we bridge the gap between doing and being. For 2. The ethics of solitude, choosing time alone. Solitude has often been misunderstood as loneliness. But philosophers throughout history, from Seneca to Thoreau, have argued that spending time alone is essential for personal growth. Solitude allows us to meet ourselves without distraction, to hear our own thoughts without the constant noise of the outside world. In a society that prizes constant connection and productivity, choosing solitude can even be an act of quiet rebellion. It is in solitude that we gain the clarity to evaluate our values, reflect on our actions, and align our lives with our deeper purposes. Thoreau famously retreated to Walden Pond to rediscover the essentials of life, stripping away unnecessary clutter to see what truly matters. Philosophically, solitude is not withdrawal from life, it is preparation for deeper engagement with it. When we return from time alone, we bring with us renewed focus, greater self-knowledge, and a stronger sense of independence. However, Solitude also comes with responsibilities, to use the time meaningfully and not as an escape from responsibilities. In the balance between solitude and community, we find the rhythm of a healthy mind. By embracing solitude, we do not reject the world. We simply prepare ourselves to meet it more fully. 43. The paradox of desire. Wanting less to have more. Desire is at the heart of human experience, yet it can be both a source of joy and a cause of suffering. Ancient philosophers like the Stoics and Buddhists warned that unexamined desire often leads to dissatisfaction, because the moment one craving is fulfilled, another emerges. In modern consumer culture, this cycle is amplified, encouraging us to believe that happiness lies in having more. The paradox of desire is that often, the more we want, the less we appreciate what we already have. Epicurus, often misrepresented as a hedonist, actually argued that the path to happiness was to simplify our desires to distinguish between what is natural and necessary, and what is merely superfluous. When we learn to want less, we paradoxically feel richer because we shift our focus from acquisition to appreciation. This does not mean rejecting ambition or pleasure, but approaching them mindfully, ensuring they align with our deeper values. Philosophically, mastering desire is not about suppression, it's about clarity. When we understand our wants, we can direct them toward goals that genuinely enrich our lives. In wanting less, we make space for abundance not of things, but of peace, freedom, and joy. 4. The philosophy of patience. Time as a teacher. Patience is often underestimated in our fast-paced, instant gratification culture. Yet for philosophers from the Stoics to Eastern traditions, patience is not simply waiting, it is active acceptance. It's the ability to engage with life without forcing its pace, to understand that growth, healing, and mastery all require time. Patience teaches us to see time not as an enemy, but as a collaborator. Consider the natural world. A seed does not rush to become a tree, yet it grows steadily, nurtured by its environment. Likewise, the most meaningful transformations in our lives rarely happen overnight. Patience is also a safeguard against impulsivity. It allows us to pause before reacting, to respond thoughtfully rather than reflexively. In relationships, patience fosters empathy as it helps us meet others where they are, rather than where we wish they were. Philosophically, patience invites humility. We accept that we are not fully in control of outcomes, and that life unfolds in its own rhythm. By embracing patience, we free ourselves from the anxiety of constant urgency and open ourselves to the wisdom that only time can reveal. In this sense, patience is less about waiting and more about learning to live fully in each stage of our journey. 4. The illusion of control. Embracing uncertainty. Human beings have an innate need to feel in control. We plan, predict, and organize our lives in an attempt to create certainty. Yet philosophers and spiritual teachers have long pointed out that this control is, in many ways, an illusion. Life is inherently unpredictable. No amount of preparation can guarantee outcomes. The Stoics, for instance, made a clear distinction between what is within our control, our thoughts, choices, and actions, and what is not, external events, other people, and the future. Clinging to control over what cannot be controlled inevitably leads to frustration. By embracing uncertainty, we shift from resistance to adaptability. This does not mean we stop making plans. It means we hold them lightly, ready to adjust when circumstances change. Uncertainty also carries a hidden gift. It keeps life alive with possibility. If everything were fixed, there would be no room for surprise, discovery, or growth. The art of living, then, is not about mastering life's unpredictability, but about becoming skillful navigators in its ever-changing waters. By releasing the illusion of total control, we open ourselves to resilience, creativity, and a deeper sense of peace. 46. The paradox of freedom. Freedom is often celebrated as the ultimate goal, yet it carries a paradox within itself. True freedom is not merely the ability to do whatever we want, but the wisdom to choose what is truly worth doing, without boundaries. Freedom can become overwhelming, leading to confusion and indecision. Philosophers like Jean-Paul Sartre emphasize that with freedom comes responsibility, the responsibility to shape our lives authentically and accept the consequences of our choices. This means that freedom is not absolute. It is interwoven with constraints, both external and internal. External laws and social norms provide a structure that, paradoxically, can enhance freedom by creating safety and predictability. Internally, freedom involves mastering desires, fears, and impulses, so we are not enslaved by them. When we understand that freedom is not about escaping limitations, but about consciously choosing within them, we unlock a deeper sense of peace. This mature freedom allows us to live with intention, embracing both choice and consequence with grace. In the quiet moments before sleep, reflecting on this paradox can help us release unrealistic expectations and find comfort in the freedom we already possess, the freedom to accept, to change, and to simply be. 47. The nature of wisdom. Wisdom is often confused with knowledge, but the two are distinct. Knowledge is the accumulation of facts, while wisdom is the thoughtful application of that knowledge. Ancient philosophers like Socrates believed wisdom begins with recognizing our own ignorance. True wisdom involves humility, openness, and the ability to see beyond immediate appearances to grasp deeper truths. It is a kind of clarity that helps us navigate life's complexities with balance and compassion. Wisdom also requires patience, understanding that some answers come only with time and experience. Unlike knowledge, which can be taught in books and lectures, wisdom often emerges from lived experience, reflection, and even failure. It is the quiet voice that guides us toward choices aligned with our values, even when they are difficult. In moments of stillness, we can listen for this inner wisdom, allowing it to calm our anxieties and illuminate our path. As you prepare to drift off, imagine wisdom as a gentle light, softly illuminating the darkness, helping you find your way through uncertainty with grace. 48. The art of acceptance. Acceptance is a cornerstone of many philosophical and spiritual traditions. It does not mean resignation or giving up. Rather, it is the courageous act of acknowledging reality as it is, without unnecessary resistance. Often, our suffering comes not from the events themselves, but from our refusal to accept them. When we accept, we open the door to peace and clarity. This allows us to respond more effectively and with less emotional turmoil. Acceptance involves embracing both the joys and sorrows of life, recognizing that both are transient and part of the human experience. Philosophers like Epictetus taught that by accepting what lies beyond our control, we free ourselves from much needless distress. Acceptance is also closely linked with compassion, both toward ourselves and others. When we accept our imperfections and those of the world around us, we cultivate patience and kindness. In the quiet moments before sleep, practicing acceptance can soothe restless thoughts and prepare the mind for restful peace. It invites us to release judgment and open to the gentle flow of life. 49. The unity of opposites. Many philosophical traditions, from ancient Taoism to modern dialectics, explore the idea that opposites are not in conflict, but in harmony. Light and dark, joy and sorrow, life and death, these dualities define our experience. Yet they also complement and complete each other. Taoism, in particular, teaches that yin and yang are interdependent forces, each containing the seed of the other. This unity of opposites encourages us to embrace life's complexities without forcing simplistic distinctions. Recognizing that good and bad, strength and vulnerability, change and permanence coexist allows us to develop a more balanced perspective. It teaches acceptance of life's fluctuations, reminding us that no state is fixed and that all things transform. In moments of difficulty, reflecting on this unity can provide comfort, a reminder that pain is often the shadow of growth, and endings can be beginnings. As you relax, imagine these opposing forces weaving together in a dance, creating a dynamic, ever-changing tapestry that is life itself. 50. The power of mindful breathing. Breathing is the bridge between body and mind, a constant rhythm that sustains life, yet often goes unnoticed. Mindful breathing is an ancient practice found in many philosophical and spiritual traditions, from Buddhism to Stoicism. By simply paying gentle attention to the breath, we anchor ourselves in the present moment and create space for calm. The breath does not judge or rush. It flows naturally, inviting us to slow down and release tension. Philosophically, mindful breathing is more than a relaxation technique. It is a way of cultivating awareness and presence. It reminds us that, despite the chaos around us, we have access to a quiet center within. Focusing on the breath can reduce stress, clarify thought, and soften emotional turmoil. In preparation for sleep, mindful breathing gently guides the mind away from worries and toward peaceful rest. Imagine each inhale as nourishment and each exhale as a release, a simple, natural cycle that you can return to whenever life feels overwhelming. Through the breath, we reconnect with the steady pulse of life itself. '51. The depth of compassion. Compassion is the profound ability to feel with others, to recognize their suffering, and to respond with kindness. Philosophers and spiritual teachers across cultures have held compassion as a cornerstone of ethical life. It is not simply empathy, the sharing of feelings, but a deep desire to alleviate pain. When we cultivate compassion, we expand the boundaries of our own self, connecting with the shared experience of being human. Compassion opens us to vulnerability, but it also fosters strength because it encourages patience and forgiveness in both ourselves and others. Rather than reacting with judgment or indifference, compassion invites understanding and gentle care. It helps dissolve isolation, reminding us that no one suffers alone. Practicing compassion can begin quietly with small acts, a kind word, listening without interrupting, or offering presence to someone in distress. Philosophically, compassion is also a path toward self-awareness. As we reach outward, we come to see our own needs and fears more clearly. As you prepare for sleep, reflect on the ways compassion has touched your life or how you might gently extend it tomorrow. This gentle awareness nurtures peace within and around you. 5.2. The illusion of the separate self. Many philosophical traditions challenge the idea of a permanent, separate self. Instead, they propose that what we call I is a collection of changing experiences, sensations, and thoughts, more like a river than a solid object. Buddhism describes this as anatta, or non-self, suggesting that clinging to a fixed identity leads to suffering. Modern neuroscience supports this too, showing how the brain constantly reconstructs the sense of self. Recognizing this fluidity can be both unsettling and liberating. It frees us from rigid self-definitions and the anxieties that come with them. Instead of feeling trapped in a fixed identity, we open to a more expansive awareness that embraces change and interconnection. This understanding can soften feelings of isolation, as we see ourselves as part of a larger whole. As you drift toward sleep, imagine your sense of self flowing gently, merging with the vastness around you, no longer fixed or separate, but beautifully interconnected. 53. The simplicity of being present. Being present means fully inhabiting the current moment without distraction or judgment. It is a cornerstone of many philosophical and spiritual paths because it reveals the richness of life hidden beneath the rush of thoughts and worries. When present, the ordinary becomes extraordinary, the taste of a sip of tea, the feeling of a gentle breeze, the sound of distant birds. This presence is not something we do. It is a way of being. It invites calm, clarity, and deep connection with ourselves and the world. Practicing presence can be as simple as noticing your breath or the sensations in your body. Philosophers like Eckhart Tolle emphasize that presence is the doorway to peace because it dissolves the mental noise that keeps us trapped in the past or future. As you listen, allow your attention to settle gently into the here and now. In this moment, you are whole, complete, and at peace. 5-4. The dance of change. Change is the only constant in life, yet it often brings fear and resistance. Philosophers from Heraclitus to the Buddha have embraced change as the fundamental nature of reality. Heraclitus famously said, "You cannot step into the same river," twice highlighting that both the river and ourselves are always in flux. When we resist change, we create suffering because we cling to fixed ideas, relationships, or identities. But when we accept change as a dance, sometimes slow, sometimes rapid, we open ourselves to growth and renewal. Change invites us to let go of old patterns and discover new possibilities. It reminds us that life is a living process, never stagnant. As you prepare for sleep, imagine yourself moving fluidly with life's currents, trusting that each change carries the seeds of something new and beautiful. 5-5. The quiet power of gratitude. Gratitude is a simple yet transformative practice that shifts our focus from what is lacking to what is present. Philosophers and psychologists alike recognize its power to enhance well-being and deepen contentment. Gratitude invites us to appreciate the small blessings that often go unnoticed: the warmth of sunlight, a kind word, the rhythm of our breath. When we cultivate gratitude, we retrain the mind to notice abundance rather than scarcity. This does not mean ignoring challenges, but acknowledging that even in difficulty, there are reasons to be thankful. Gratitude softens the heart, opening us to joy and connection. It is a quiet power that can transform everyday moments into sources of peace. As you listen, gently bring to mind things you appreciate in your life, allowing gratitude to settle like a gentle balm on your mind and soul, preparing you for restful sleep. '56. The wisdom of stillness. In our fast-moving world, stillness can feel rare and even uncomfortable. Yet, throughout history, sages and philosophers have taught that true wisdom often arises from moments of quiet reflection. Stillness is not just the absence of movement. It is the presence of deep attention and awareness. When the mind settles, we begin to see more clearly, unclouded by distractions or impulsive reactions. In stillness, answers emerge naturally, and intuition deepens. The ancient practice of meditation cultivates this wisdom by inviting us to sit with ourselves without judgment. Stillness teaches patience and humility, reminding us that not every question needs an immediate solution. It also reveals the interconnectedness of all things, as the boundaries between self and world soften. As you prepare for sleep, allow your mind to embrace stillness like a calm lake, reflecting the gentle light of the moon. In this peaceful silence, wisdom quietly unfolds, guiding you toward restful clarity. 57. The gentle strength of forgiveness. Forgiveness is a profound act of courage and kindness, both for others and for ourselves. Philosophers and spiritual teachers emphasize that holding on to anger and resentment often harms us more than those who wronged us. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or condoning harm. It means releasing the heavy burden of bitterness so we can move forward with lightness. This release frees our hearts and minds, allowing healing to begin. Forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves as much as others. It requires empathy, understanding that everyone is flawed and carries their own pain. The strength of forgiveness lies in its ability to transform wounds into growth, suffering into compassion. In the quiet moments before sleep, reflect gently on any grudges you carry and consider inviting forgiveness to soften those edges. This act can open a peaceful space within, helping your mind rest and your spirit heal. 58. The dance of balance. Life is a delicate dance of balancing opposing forces: work and rest, effort and surrender, self-care and care for others. Philosophers throughout the ages have recognized that harmony arises not from extremes, but from equilibrium. The ancient Greek spoke of metron, or measure, the idea of finding the right proportion in all things. When we lean too heavily in one direction, imbalance leads to stress and dissatisfaction. Yet balance is not static. It is dynamic and requires continual adjustment. Like a tightrope walker, we respond to shifting conditions with grace and flexibility. This dance invites us to listen deeply to our own needs and rhythms, to honor both activity and stillness. As you relax into sleep, imagine yourself moving fluidly through life's currents, finding poise in each step, knowing that balance is a living, breathing art. 59. The depth of curiosity. Curiosity is the spark that ignites discovery and growth. Philosophers celebrate it as a fundamental aspect of the human spirit, a desire to understand, explore, and question. Curiosity opens us to new perspectives and challenges fixed beliefs, encouraging humility and openness. It transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary, inviting wonder in everyday life. Even in moments of quiet, curiosity can flourish as we turn inward to explore the depths of our own minds and hearts. This inward journey often reveals insights that calm anxieties and inspire acceptance. As you prepare to drift off, allow your mind to wander gently with curiosity, wondering not with urgency, but with gentle interest. This soft curiosity invites a peaceful, expansive awareness that can accompany you into restful sleep. 60. The lightness of letting go. Letting go is often seen as a difficult or sorrowful act, but it also carries a lightness, a release from the weight of attachment. Philosophers and spiritual traditions teach that clinging to people, outcomes, or beliefs can create suffering. When we let go, we free ourselves from the chains of expectation and fear. This freedom invites peace, making space for new experiences and growth. Letting go does not mean giving up on what matters. It means accepting that some things are beyond our control, and that holding on too tightly may do more harm than good. The lightness that follows is like a gentle breeze, lifting a heavy burden, allowing us to move forward with grace. As you listen and relax, imagine yourself releasing worries, doubts, and tensions with each exhale, welcoming calm and rest. In this surrender, find comfort and gentle renewal. '61. The art of listening. Listening is more than just hearing words. It is an act of presence and openness. Philosophers and spiritual teachers remind us that to truly listen is to create space for another's voice without judgment or interruption. In a world full of noise and distraction, genuine listening has become rare and precious. When we listen deeply, we honor the speaker's experience and allow understanding to blossom. This act of attentive silence is a form of compassion, connecting us across differences and fostering empathy. Listening also invites us to quiet our own inner chatter, creating room for reflection and calm. It is a practice that deepens relationships, enriches conversations, and nurtures peace within. As you settle into rest, imagine yourself wrapped in the gentle silence of listening to the sounds around you, to your breath, and to the quiet whispers of your own heart. This art of listening prepares your mind to soften, relax, and embrace restful sleep. 6.2. The mystery of existence. Existence is one of life's most profound mysteries. Philosophers have long pondered why there is something rather than nothing, and what it means to simply be. These questions may never be fully answered, yet they invite us into awe and wonder. The mystery of existence reminds us of the vastness beyond our comprehension and the beauty of life's unfolding. It challenges our assumptions and encourages humility as we recognize our place in the larger cosmos. This sense of mystery can be deeply comforting. It tells us that life is not about having all the answers, but about being present with the unknown. As you drift towards sleep, allow yourself to rest in this mystery, feeling the vast, gentle embrace of existence holding you softly in its endless arms. 6.3. The cycle of growth and decay. Life flows in cycles of growth and decay, creation and dissolution. Philosophers see this as a natural rhythm essential to renewal and transformation. Just as seasons change, so do our lives, emotions, and circumstances. Growth brings new possibilities and expansion, while decay allows for letting go and clearing space. Accepting this cycle helps us embrace change without fear or resistance. It teaches patience and trust in the unfolding process. Even when things seem to fall apart, this cycle assures us that new life can emerge. This understanding can bring deep peace as we realize that endings are often beginnings in disguise. As you relax into sleep, imagine yourself as part of this eternal cycle, flowing gently between phases, moving with grace and openness through life's ever-changing dance. 6.4. The power of intention. Intention is the seed from which our actions and experiences grow. Philosophers have emphasized the importance of setting clear, mindful intentions as a way to live consciously rather than reactively. When we act with intention, we align our energy and focus with our deeper values and goals. This does not mean controlling every outcome, but guiding our choices with awareness and purpose. Intentions shape how we perceive and respond to the world, influencing our attitudes and emotions. They can transform mundane actions into meaningful rituals. Cultivating intention encourages us to pause, reflect, and choose thoughtfully, rather than moving through life on autopilot. As you prepare to sleep, gently set an intention for rest and renewal, an invitation for your body and mind to restore, heal, and awaken refreshed. This simple act of conscious intention can deepen your sense of peace and well-being. 6.5. The embrace of impermanence. Impermanence is the fundamental truth that all things change and nothing lasts forever. This insight, central to many philosophical and spiritual traditions, invites us to see life with clarity and compassion. By acknowledging impermanence, we learn to appreciate moments fully without clinging or fear. It reminds us that joy and sorrow are both fleeting, and that change is the very nature of existence. This awareness can reduce anxiety about loss and cultivate gratitude for the present. Instead of resisting change, we learn to embrace it as a natural flow. Impermanence also encourages us to live with greater presence and authenticity, knowing that each moment is unique and precious. As you listen now, let this truth wash gently over you, soothing restless thoughts and preparing you for peaceful, restorative sleep. 66. The harmony of body and mind. The relationship between body and mind. It's a central theme in philosophy and healing traditions alike. Far from being separate entities, body and mind are deeply intertwined, influencing one another in subtle and profound ways. When the mind is anxious or restless, the body often tightens and strains. When the body is relaxed and nurtured, the mind follows with calm and clarity. Philosophers like Descartes once emphasized dualism, the separation of mind and body. But modern science and Eastern philosophies reveal a more holistic view. Practices such as yoga, meditation, and mindful movement remind us to listen to the body's wisdom and treat it with kindness. The harmony of body and mind invites us to live fully embodied, aware of sensations, emotions, and thoughts as parts of a whole. As you prepare to rest, bring gentle attention to your breath, your heartbeat, and the softness of your muscles. Imagine your body and mind flowing together in peaceful balance, creating a sanctuary of calm that carries you gently into sleep. 67. The freedom in acceptance. Acceptance is a powerful form of freedom. Philosophers like Epictetus taught that much of our suffering comes from resisting reality. When we accept things as they are, whether circumstances, emotions, or others, we free ourselves from the struggle against the inevitable. This doesn't mean passivity or giving up on change, but rather embracing what is outside our control while focusing our energy where it truly matters: our thoughts, attitudes, and actions. Acceptance opens the door to peace because it dissolves the tension created by denial and frustration. It's a radical act of letting go that invites us to be fully present and compassionate with ourselves. As you settle into rest, invite acceptance to flow through your mind and body. Let it soften any resistance, allowing calmness to deepen and prepare you for rejuvenating sleep. 68. The beauty of simplicity. Simplicity is a philosophy that values clarity, focus, and the essence of things over complexity and excess. Many thinkers, from Thoreau to modern minimalists, argue that simplifying our lives can lead to greater happiness and freedom. By stripping away distractions and unnecessary burdens, we create space for what truly matters: meaningful relationships, deep reflection, and inner peace. Simplicity does not mean deprivation, but intentional living with awareness and purpose. It encourages us to appreciate the small wonders often overlooked in a cluttered mind or environment. As you drift towards sleep, imagine your thoughts and worries gently falling away like leaves in the wind. Embrace the quiet elegance of simplicity, allowing your mind to rest in a calm, uncluttered space where peace and clarity naturally arise. 69. The strength in vulnerability. Vulnerability is often misunderstood as weakness, yet philosophers and psychologists recognize it as a profound source of strength. To be vulnerable means to be open to show our true selves, including fears, doubts, and imperfections. This openness fosters genuine connection, courage, and resilience. Philosopher Brené Brown highlights that vulnerability is the birthplace of creativity and love. It requires bravery to face uncertainty and risk rejection, but it also frees us from the exhausting mask of perfection. In embracing vulnerability, we discover authenticity and deepen our relationships with others and ourselves. As you prepare to rest, gently reflect on your own vulnerability, honoring it as a courageous gift that allows your heart to expand. This acceptance can ease tension and invite peaceful sleep wrapped in gentle self-compassion. 70. The stillness between thoughts. Between every thought lies a moment of stillness, a silent space, often overlooked. This quiet gap is where true presence resides, beyond the endless chatter of the mind. Philosophers and meditators point to this stillness as the gateway to deeper awareness and peace. When we become aware of the spaces between thoughts, we learn to observe the mind without being swept away by it. This awareness creates distance from stress and worry, allowing a restful calm to emerge naturally. The stillness between thoughts is like the dark night sky in which stars shine, vast, quiet, and expansive. As you settle into sleep, focus gently on these silent spaces, letting them widen and deepen. Allow the quiet stillness to cradle your mind and body, carrying you into a deep and restorative rest. '71. The flow of consciousness. Consciousness is a continuous flow, like a river that never pauses, constantly shifting and evolving. Philosophers from William James to contemporary thinkers have explored this dynamic nature of the mind. Our thoughts, feelings, and sensations rise and fall like waves, never truly static. This flow reveals that the self is not a fixed entity, but an ever-changing process. By observing this stream without judgment, we begin to understand the impermanent and interconnected nature of our experience. When we resist or cling to certain moments, we create tension, but when we allow consciousness to flow freely, we find peace and freedom. As you drift toward sleep, imagine your mind as a gentle river, flowing effortlessly through valleys of calm and quiet. Each thought is a ripple that arises and fades, inviting you deeper into the soothing current of rest. 7.2. The light of awareness. Awareness is the light that illuminates our inner world. Philosophers and meditators describe it as the witness to all experiences, the silent observer that notices thoughts, emotions, and sensations without becoming entangled in them. This light of awareness is constant, even when the mind is restless or confused. Cultivating awareness helps us break free from automatic reactions and see reality more clearly. It invites us to live with intention and kindness, recognizing that while we cannot control every event, we can choose how we respond. As you prepare for sleep, bring your attention gently to this inner light. Let it shine softly, illuminating the peaceful spaces within your mind. This steady presence guides you gently toward restful, healing sleep. 7.3. The nature of reality. Reality is a concept that has puzzled philosophers for millennia. Is what we perceive truly real, or is it shaped by our minds and senses? Some traditions argue that reality is a construct, influenced by beliefs, language, and perception. Quantum physics introduces even stranger possibilities, where particles exist in multiple states until observed. This challenges our everyday assumptions about certainty and permanence. Reflecting on the nature of reality can dissolve rigid ideas and open us to mystery and wonder. It invites humility and curiosity, reminding us that life is richer and more complex than it appears. As you relax into sleep, allow your mind to gently explore the vastness beyond appearances. Embrace the mystery of reality, letting go of the need for absolute answers and finding comfort in the unknown. 7.4. The power of presence. Presence is the art of being fully here, fully now. It is the antidote to distraction, worry, and regret. Philosophers and spiritual teachers have long emphasized presence as the doorway to peace and fulfillment. When we are truly present, we experience life directly and deeply, without filtering it through the lens of past or future. Presence awakens our senses and connects us to ourselves and others in authentic ways. It is a practice as simple as noticing the breath, the sounds around us, or the feeling of the body. As you prepare for sleep, invite presence to settle softly into your awareness. Let it dissolve restless thoughts and anchor you in the calm reality of this moment. In presence, you find rest, renewal, and profound peace. 7.5. The cycle of breath. Breath is the rhythm of life, a continuous cycle of inhale and exhale that sustains us moment by moment. Philosophers and yogis recognize breath as a bridge between body and mind, a natural anchor for meditation and relaxation. The cycle of breath reminds us of life's constant flow, the ebb and flow of energy and calm. By tuning into the breath, we return to the present, releasing tension and quieting the mind. Each inhale brings nourishment, each exhale release. The breath teaches us acceptance of the moment as it is, without resistance. As you listen now, focus gently on your breath's natural rhythm. Let it guide you into a peaceful state, preparing your body and mind for deep, restorative sleep. With each breath, sink deeper into calm and rest. '76. The gentle power of reflection. Reflection is the quiet act of turning inward to observe our thoughts, emotions, and experiences with kindness and curiosity. Philosophers have long valued reflection as a path to self-understanding and wisdom. Unlike hurried thinking or reactive emotion, reflection allows us to step back and see patterns, motivations, and lessons that might otherwise go unnoticed. It's like holding a mirror gently up to the mind, revealing both light and shadow without judgment. Through reflection, we cultivate awareness of how we respond to life and discover new ways to grow and heal. This process softens inner turmoil and creates space for calm and insight. As you prepare to rest, invite gentle reflection to flow through your mind. Let your thoughts settle like leaves drifting on a slow-moving stream, carrying away tension and making room for peaceful rest. 77. The wisdom in questions. Questions are the seeds of knowledge and growth. Philosophers often emphasize the importance of questioning, not simply accepting what is given, but exploring deeper truths through curiosity and inquiry. The art of asking good questions invites you to challenge assumptions, explore new perspectives, and deepen understanding. Questions can be gentle guides, leading us inward to examine our beliefs, values, and feelings. They encourage openness and humility, reminding us that certainty is often elusive. In the quiet moments before sleep, let your mind wander with gentle questions. What am I grateful for today? What can I learn from this moment? These reflective questions do not demand answers, but invite a peaceful exploration that soothes the mind and prepares it for rest. Embracing the wisdom in questions opens a calm space where insight and peace coexist. 7-8. The embrace of silence. Silence is more than the absence of sound. It is a profound presence that allows the mind and heart to rest deeply. Philosophers and spiritual traditions recognize silence as a powerful space for healing and transformation. In silence, we step away from the chaos and noise of daily life, entering a realm where clarity and peace naturally arise. Silence fosters mindfulness and helps us connect with the subtle rhythms of our breath and body. It is within silence that creativity often blooms and deeper truths reveal themselves. As you settle down to sleep, allow silence to envelop you like a soft blanket. Let the quietude calm your thoughts, soothe your emotions, and cradle your spirit. In this gentle embrace of silence, find a safe harbor where restful sleep can take hold. 79. The flow of time. Time flows endlessly, a river moving forward whether we resist or embrace it. Philosophers have explored times, nature, and our experience of it for centuries, often observing how our perception of time shapes our emotions and choices. Sometimes time feels swift and fleeting, other times slow and heavy. Learning to flow with time rather than fight, it can ease anxiety and bring peace. This means accepting that moments pass, that change is constant, and that our lives unfold in cycles and rhythms. The flow of time invites us to savor the present, knowing it will become memory. As you prepare for sleep, imagine yourself floating gently on the river of time, carried safely toward rest and renewal. With this peaceful surrender, let go of worries about the past or future and rest fully in the now. 80. The power of kindness. Kindness is a simple yet transformative force that connects us to others and ourselves. Philosophers have celebrated kindness as a fundamental ethical practice that nurtures compassion, trust, and harmony. Acts of kindness, whether big or small, ripple outward, creating waves of positive energy in the world. Being kind also nurtures our own well-being, calming the mind and opening the heart. Kindness is a choice to respond with warmth and understanding rather than judgment or anger. As you wind down for sleep, bring kindness inward toward your thoughts, your body, and your spirit. Offer yourself gentle acceptance for your efforts and imperfections. This inward kindness softens tension and fosters peace, inviting deep and restorative rest. The serenity of letting be. In life, much suffering arises from the desire to control or change what is beyond our grasp. The philosophy of letting be invites us to embrace things as they are, without forcing or resisting. This serene acceptance does not imply passivity, but rather a mindful acknowledgement of reality's flow. By letting be, we allow experiences, emotions, and thoughts to arise and pass naturally, like clouds drifting across the sky. This practice cultivates inner peace because it frees us from futile struggles against life's inherent unpredictability. It invites us to trust the unfolding of events, finding calm amidst uncertainty. As you prepare for sleep, let your mind soften and relax into this peaceful surrender. Release any tension or resistance, and simply let yourself be fully present, calm, and at rest. 82. The gentle art of patience. Patience is often misunderstood as mere waiting, but it is a powerful practice of presence and endurance. Philosophers like Marcus Aurelius emphasized patience as a virtue essential to wisdom and serenity. Patience teaches us to tolerate discomfort, uncertainty, and delay without agitation. It helps us cultivate resilience and trust in life's timing. Rather than rushing or forcing outcomes, patience invites us to move with gentle steadiness and openness. This steady presence nurtures calm and reduces inner turmoil. As you relax and prepare for sleep, invite patience to settle softly in your heart and mind. Allow yourself to rest in the knowing that everything unfolds in its own perfect time. With patience, peace deepens and sleep comes more easily. 83. The beauty of interconnection. No one exists in isolation. All life is deeply interconnected. Philosophers and ecologists remind us that we are part of a vast web of relationships between people, nature, and the universe itself. This interconnectedness teaches us humility and compassion as our actions ripple beyond ourselves. Recognizing this web invites us to care more deeply for others and the planet. It also helps dissolve feelings of loneliness and separation. As you prepare for sleep, reflect gently on your place within this web of life. Imagine yourself as a single thread woven into a beautiful, intricate tapestry. This awareness can foster a deep sense of belonging and peace, easing the mind and inviting restful sleep. 84. The dance of shadows and light. Life is a dance between shadows and light, darkness and illumination. Philosophers have long explored how both aspects are essential to our growth and understanding. Shadows are fears, doubts, and struggles, challenge us, but also reveal hidden strengths and wisdom. Light, joy, clarity, and love uplifts and nourishes. Embracing both allows us to live authentically and with depth. Instead of fearing darkness, we learn to move with it, knowing it will eventually give way to light. This dance teaches acceptance of life's full spectrum. As you drift toward sleep, imagine yourself moving gracefully through shadow and light, held gently by the rhythm of life. This embrace can bring comfort and calm, preparing you for peaceful rest. 85. The power of hope. Hope is a resilient light that guides us through uncertainty and difficulty. Philosophers have long recognized hope as a vital force that sustains human spirit and creativity. It is not mere wishful thinking, but a grounded expectation that better moments lie ahead. Hope encourages perseverance and courage in the face of challenges. It connects us to possibilities beyond current struggles. Cultivating hope nurtures optimism without denying reality. As you settle down to sleep, invite hope to shine softly within you. Let it ease fears and open your heart to the promise of renewal. This gentle light can soothe restless thoughts and cradle you into a deep, restorative rest. '86. The stillness within movement. Movement and stillness may seem like opposites, yet they are intimately connected in the dance of life. Philosophers and spiritual traditions remind us that true stillness is not the absence of motion, but a calm presence at the heart of all activity. Even as we move through the world breathing, walking, thinking, there is a core of quiet awareness that remains steady and unshaken. This stillness within movement offers a refuge from chaos and distraction, allowing us to engage with life fully without being overwhelmed. Practices like mindful walking or gentle yoga cultivate this balance, blending action with peaceful attention. As you prepare for sleep, imagine yourself flowing gracefully through your day, anchored by a serene stillness deep inside. Let this inner calm guide you gently toward rest and renewal. 87. The wisdom of the present moment. The present moment is the only reality we truly have. Philosophers from various traditions emphasize that peace arises when we fully inhabit the here and now. Our minds often wander to past regrets or future worries, creating unnecessary suffering. Yet the present moment holds infinite richness, sensations, thoughts, and emotions that can be met with curiosity and kindness. By anchoring our attention in the present, we break free from mental patterns that cause anxiety and distraction. This awareness opens a doorway to clarity and calm. As you settle into sleep, invite your mind to rest fully in this moment. Notice your breath, the feeling of your body supported by the bed, and the gentle rhythm of life unfolding now. Embracing the present moment can bring deep relaxation and prepare you for restorative sleep. 88. The balance of effort and surrender. Life is a constant interplay between effort and surrender. Philosophers and spiritual teachers alike remind us that both are necessary for harmony. Effort moves us toward goals, growth, and action, while surrender allows us to accept what we cannot control and to rest. Too much effort can lead to stress and burnout. Too much surrender can cause passivity and stagnation. Finding balance means knowing when to push forward and when to let go. This dynamic dance teaches flexibility, patience, and trust in life's rhythms. As you prepare for sleep, allow yourself to surrender fully to rest, releasing any need to control or struggle. Trust that your body and mind will rejuvenate naturally when given this space. The balance of effort and surrender creates a peaceful transition into deep, healing sleep. 89. The essence of truth. Truth is a complex and profound concept that has fascinated philosophers throughout history. It is often seen not as a fixed point, but as a pursuit and ongoing process of seeking Understanding beyond appearances and illusions. Truth involves honesty with ourselves and others, courage to face reality, and humility to accept what we do, not know. Sometimes truth is subtle, revealed in silence or reflection rather than loud declarations. Embracing truth can bring clarity, peace, and alignment with our deepest values. It also invites compassion, as we recognize that truth can be experienced differently by each person. As you drift toward sleep, reflect gently on your own relationship with truth. Allow honesty and openness to soften your mind, opening a path to restful, sincere rest. 90. The gift of presence. Presence is a precious gift, the ability to be fully here, fully alive in each moment. Philosophers and spiritual teachers highlight presence as the foundation of peace and authentic connection. When we offer our full attention to life and to others, we create space for understanding, compassion, and joy. Presence dissolves distractions and worries, revealing the richness of even simple experiences. Cultivating presence is a practice of returning again and again to this moment with kindness and curiosity. As you settle down to rest, invite presence to fill your awareness. Notice your breath, the sensations of your body, and the quiet around you. Let this gift of presence cradle you gently, guiding you into deep, restorative sleep. '91. The quiet strength of humility. Humility is often misunderstood as weakness, but it is actually a profound source of inner strength. Philosophers and spiritual leaders alike have emphasized humility as the foundation of wisdom and growth. Humility invites us to recognize our limitations and embrace our imperfections without shame or denial. This openness allows us to learn, adapt, and connect with others more authentically. Rather than clinging to ego or certainty, humility frees us from the burden of pride and defensiveness. It fosters a gentle curiosity and respect for life's mysteries. As you prepare for sleep, gently reflect on the power of humility in your life. Let go of the need to be perfect or in control, and rest in the peaceful acceptance of your true self. This quiet strength can calm the mind and nourish the spirit, preparing you for restful, restorative sleep. 92. The lightness of playfulness. Playfulness is a joyful and freeing aspect of human nature that philosophers and psychologists celebrate as essential to well-being. It invites us to approach life with curiosity, creativity, and a light heart. Playfulness does not mean irresponsibility. Rather, it encourages flexibility and openness to new experiences. When we allow ourselves to be playful, we release tension, spark imagination, and foster connection with others. In a world often weighed down by seriousness and stress, playfulness offers a refreshing balance. As you relax into sleep, imagine embracing the lightness of play in your mind and heart. Let this gentle spirit dissolve worries and open the door to peaceful, restorative rest. Playfulness reminds us that even in stillness, joy can be found. 93. The depth of patience. Patience is more than just waiting. It is a deep and active state of presence. Philosophers throughout history have lauded patience as a key virtue for navigating life's challenges with grace. Patience allows us to endure discomfort and uncertainty without anxiety or frustration. It teaches resilience by encouraging us to trust in the natural unfolding of events. In moments of impatience, we often try to rush or control outcomes, which can lead to unnecessary suffering. Cultivating patience invites us to slow down, breathe, and accept life as it comes. As you prepare for sleep, invite the depth of patience into your awareness. Let it soften your mind and body, creating a spacious, calm where restful sleep can arise naturally. With patience, peace deepens and healing follows. 94. The unity of opposites. Life is full of opposites, light and dark, joy and sorrow, strength and vulnerability. Philosophers have long explored how these dualities are not separate but interconnected, each giving meaning to the other. This unity of opposites teaches us to embrace life's full spectrum rather than rejecting or fearing certain experiences. For example, without sadness, joy loses its depth. Without struggle, peace may lack appreciation. Recognizing this balance helps us accept ourselves and life more fully. As you drift toward sleep, imagine these opposites harmonizing within you, creating a rich and complete tapestry of experience. This awareness can soothe restless thoughts and invite a deep, peaceful rest where contrasts gently coexist. 9.5. The calm of letting go. Letting go is an act of courage and peace. Philosophers and spiritual teachers remind us that clinging to past hurts, worries, or expectations often binds us to suffering. When we let go, we free ourselves from the weight of attachment and resistance. This freedom opens space for healing, renewal, and acceptance. Letting go does not mean forgetting or giving up. It means releasing control over what cannot be changed and trusting life's flow. As you prepare to sleep, imagine releasing all tension and burdens with each breath. Allow your mind and body to soften, surrendering to the calm that comes with letting go. This peaceful release can gently carry you into restorative and rejuvenating sleep. 96. The peace in mindful breathing. Mindful breathing is a simple yet powerful tool to calm the mind and body. By paying gentle attention to each inhale and exhale, we anchor ourselves in the present moment. Philosophers and meditators have long recognized breath as the bridge between conscious and unconscious, body and mind. When we focus on our breathing, we invite a natural rhythm of relaxation to emerge. This rhythm soothes the nervous system, lowers stress, and cultivates clarity. Mindful breathing teaches us patience and presence as we observe breath without trying to control it. As you prepare to rest, let your breath guide you like a gentle tide flowing in and out, steady and sure. With each breath, feel tension melt away, making room for peaceful, restorative sleep. 97. The wisdom of embracing change. Change is inevitable, yet often met with resistance. Philosophers have taught that embracing change is key to living with peace and resilience. Change brings new opportunities, growth, and transformation. When we cling to the familiar, we limit our experience and create suffering. Embracing change means flowing with life's currents rather than fighting them. It invites us to see impermanence not as loss, but as natural evolution. This mindset fosters flexibility and hope, allowing us to adapt gracefully. As you settle into sleep, imagine yourself flowing with the gentle waves of change, trusting that each shift carries you toward renewal and growth. This acceptance can ease anxiety and invite restful sleep. 9.8. The quiet power of compassion. Compassion is a profound force that connects us to others and ourselves. Philosophers and spiritual teachers emphasize that compassion arises from recognizing shared humanity and suffering. It involves kindness, empathy, and a desire to alleviate pain. Compassion nurtures peace by softening judgment and opening the heart. Practicing compassion, inwardly being gentle with our own struggles, can be as healing as extending it outward. As you relax for sleep, bring compassion to your thoughts and feelings. Imagine wrapping yourself in a warm embrace of kindness, releasing harshness and self-criticism. This quiet power calms the mind and opens a path to deep, healing rest. 9.9. The beauty of stillness. Stillness is a sacred space where the mind and body can rest deeply. Philosophers and contemplatives have long honored stillness as the gateway to insight and peace. In stillness, we move beyond the noise of thoughts and distractions to connect with our true nature. This silence is not emptiness, but fullness, a quiet presence that supports healing and clarity. Cultivating stillness allows us to recharge and see life with fresh eyes. As you prepare for sleep, invite stillness to settle over you like a soft blanket. Let the quiet embrace soothe your senses, ease tension, and guide you gently into restful sleep. 100. The journey of becoming. Life is a continuous journey of becoming, an unfolding process rather than a fixed destination. Philosophers emphasize that our identities, beliefs, and experiences evolve over time. This journey invites growth, learning, and transformation. Embracing becoming means accepting change and uncertainty as natural parts of life. It encourages curiosity and openness to new possibilities. As you drift to sleep, imagine yourself on this gentle journey, moving through moments of discovery and rest. Trust that each step, no matter how small, contributes to your unfolding story. This peaceful awareness can calm the mind and prepare you for restorative, healing sleep.